Hello, Kentucky FFA, and welcome to Lane and Lincoln, home of LaRue County FFA. I'm Will Faulkner, Director of Marketing.
I'm Madison Wilmuth, Head of Public Relations.
I'm Victoria Perry, Communications Director.
And I'm Alexandra English, Finance Director.
And we're here from
Paul Squared Marketing.
LaRue County FFA is located in Hodgeville, Kentucky. It was established in 1958 when Buffalo, Hodgeville, and Magnolia High Schools got on together. The advisors at LaRue County are Misty Ribbons and Chris Thomas, and they host a variety of activities like Middle School Club and food distribution. The LaRue County FFA has 3 target audiences. Their first one is other chapters and their advisors. They want these people to be inspired by their social media posts to go out in their community and give back just like what they did. Their second one is non-FFA eligible students. These are the kids that are not in FFA. They want them to learn what FFA is about. They will get into FFA when they get older. The third one is parents. Parents want to motivate us to come to competitions like this, and for them, and for their members to show up to any practices they have. LaRue County FFA has 5 key messages. The first is FFA for everyone. Lots of people want to be FFA because they don't want to fit in. Lots of people want to be FFA because they don't want to fit in. But at LaRue County, they plan events where you live on a farm or you don't. Their second one is we all need agriculture. Agriculture is everyone's life, from the food you have for breakfast today, all the way to the clothes you're wearing now. The third key message is FFA is very important. FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of everyone. For me, I was a horrible public speaker before I came into FFA, and through FFA, I gained better public speaking skills.
Look at him now.
Their fourth key message is it's not future farmers that matter anymore. The name changed in 1988 to benefit the people that do not want to be farmers, that want to be an FFA. For me, I want to be an engineer, Madison wants to be a food scientist, Tori wants to be a nurse, and Alexander wants to be a veterinarian. Their fifth and final key message is you don't have to live on a farm to be an FFA. Alexander over here lives in the city where she raises dogs for her SAE, while Tori lives in the country where she does horses. LaRue County FFA has 4 objectives. Their first one is to have information told to the community through radio once or twice a month in the year 2020. This will be done by designating a small community of people to go to their local radio station once or twice a month in the year 2020. This will be done by designating a small committee of people to go to their local radio station to kind of report on what community service events the chapter has done in the past month. Their second one is to have 50 new FFA members coming into the chapter in the year 2020. This will be done by keeping track of the sophomores, freshmen, and juniors from the previous year, and also the incoming freshmen, so they know they have an increase or decrease in membership into the chapter. Their third one is to have a newspaper article about the chapter every month in the year 2020. This will be done by designating a small committee of people just like the radio station, except to be a different committee of people, and they'll also include pictures. Their fourth one is to get an average of 150 people to watch the weekly SAE videos in the Illinois Huntington building. These will be posted on the YouTube and Snapchat pages, so viewer counts will be easily accounted for, and they want people to learn something new maybe they did not learn before. Now to Head of Relations, Madison Wilmuth.
Thank you, Will. To get the most media attention possible from all different types of media, chapters should do a lot of things in their communities. We are lucky enough to have a newspaper and radio station in our town, just like many towns across the state. So we want chapters to take advantage of this and constantly have people on the radio and things being published in their local newspapers. There are small towns all over Kentucky, and the news loves to cover local stories, especially about youth doing good for their communities. So finding different radio stations and newspapers that want to publish them should not be a problem. To keep all of their social media accounts active, chapters should post polls and trivia on their social media accounts to keep their followers engaged. They are also encouraged to have giveaways frequently, with things being given away like bracelets, lanyards, and t-shirts. This will help them gain more followers because who doesn't love free things?
I know I do.
This is obviously a lot to manage, so we recommend putting the reporter as the head of a large committee that will be in charge of making sure that all of the social media accounts stay active, as well as making sure the chapter is going on the newspaper and having things released on their newspaper and going on the radio. Will is now going to pass out a card that has all of LaRue County's social media platforms on them. Facebook is the main social media account for most parents. And since parents are one of our target audiences, we really want to attract them by showing all the great things you can do in FFA and the great things LaRue County does. On Facebook, Lurie County FFA will post their FFA update videos. These are just 5 to 10 minute videos they make about once a month that highlights everything that's happened since the last video and everything that's coming up. Another thing they will post to Facebook will be their member spotlight. This is a one-page infographic type design they make about once a month that highlights one member. And it shows what the member does in FFA, what they do outside of FFA, their SAE, different awards they've gotten, and of course has lots of pictures. Parents also love to have lots of pictures, especially of their children. So chapters should post lots of pictures from different activities, contests, and events so parents can access those easily on Facebook. To keep followers engaged and to gain followers, chapters should have trivia and polls as mentioned before. And to keep all of their followers updated, they should post reminders about what's coming up and different events that are coming up. Snapchat, my favorite. On Snapchat, Lurie County FFA will post their SAE spotlight videos. These are just videos they make that highlight a member's SAE, which is a supervised agricultural experience, and what he or she is doing with their project. We hope that this will inspire other members to try a new project once they see the variety of projects that their members do have. Another thing that Lurie County FFA will do with a few social media platforms will be takeovers. A takeover is whenever someone who doesn't normally run the account has 24 hours to post on the account. We want to do this with different people with careers in agriculture, as well as different FFA state and regional officers. The FFA state and regional officers could do the takeovers during FFA week and state convention when they would have the most things to post about. The takeover would be announced on the Lurie County page that it's happening, as well as the person's page who's doing it. This will lead to us gaining more followers from the person's page. And the reason we also want people with different careers in agriculture to do takeovers is we want all of our followers to see the daily task of those careers. They might become interested in that themselves. On Instagram, Lurie County FFA will post weekly reminders about what's coming up, as well as reminders from members. They will also have trivia and giveaways to help keep followers engaged and to gain followers, as mentioned before. And Instagram will be another account that takeovers will be done on. And whenever someone is taking over Instagram, they will be allowed to post on the story feature as well as post normally. Twitter is really great to post things as they happen because it is so easy to tweet something out. So Twitter will be used for results to competitions and reminders. And on Twitter, they will also have interactive polls and trivia for giveaways, and they will also share their calendar with their followers so everyone knows what's coming up. And they will also post their member spotlight and update videos to Twitter to try to get those as widespread as possible. And Twitter will be the last account that takeovers will be done on. On YouTube, Lurie County FFA will post their monthly FFA update videos. They will also have members take videos while on trips or even of their projects in sort of a vlog type style to post to YouTube as well. And the poll feature of YouTube will also be utilized for polls, trivia, and giveaways. Tumblr will be kept easygoing and lighthearted, and the majority of things posted will be crazy or funny ag-related facts or memes. But Lurie County FFA will also post their monthly member spotlight and update videos to Tumblr, so if someone who isn't familiar with FFA or even Lurie County FFA is just scrolling through Tumblr and sees that, they might become inspired to do something that Lurie County FFA is doing or even to join FFA. Now on to Victoria Perry, the Communications Director.
Thank you, Madison. Lurie County FFA hosts and participates in a large variety of activities throughout the year. Every month, they have their chapter meeting, which all the members look forward to. Find out the new member of the month and all the new exciting things they're doing for that month. In July, they send kids to FFA camp, where they learn a variety of different leadership skills that they take back to their chapter to help them grow together. In August, they help with the farm to table dinner. In August, they help with the farm to table dinner where they help set up, serve food, and clean it all back up to get a donation given to their chapter. In September, they send teams to compete at the Big E for all the state,
Eastern region.
against all the Eastern region winners.
Oh, just teams.
Against all the Eastern
Okay.
region teams. In October, they send teams to national convention to compete if they did well at state. In November, they go to the rodeo as a treat for selling all the fruit and jerky that they were able to sell. In December, they do 12 Days of Christmas, which is where the upperclassmen give the younger-classmen gifts, and the younger-classmen give the upperclassmen gifts to help them grow together and become more like a family. In January, the CDE event teams start practicing to be better prepared for state. During February, during FFA week, they host a variety of activities all week, during and after school. Such as at the beginning of the week, they might have a movie night, and at the end of the week, they'll have a cookout. In March, during Regional FFA Day, they have a large variety of students participate in impromptu speeches or even proficiencies. And during April, during Regional Banquet, the students that competed are capable of getting awards. During May, school ends, but the CDE event teams still come back to practice every day up until state convention, what is in June, where they send 3 teams to compete. Now on to our finance director, Alexandra English.
Thank you. So the budget is $5,000, but it does contain so many different great promotional items, such as pins, lanyards, rubber bracelets, t-shirts, pop sockets, sling backpacks, and even the printing and postage. The biggest portion of this budget is the sling backpacks and t-shirts, which is 60% of the budget. But in hindsight, that's a great way for the chapter to make profit. The pins are a great thing to pass out during expos and different exposure events, and who doesn't love a free nice pin?
I know, I sure do.
The lanyards, which are in front of you, are very conventional in day-to-day life for teenagers and adults for IDs and keys and anything that is needed. The rubber bracelets have become very popular in the past few years with teenagers. So, everyone wants the newest and best design, so there will be multiple designs that they can choose from and buy for a quarter. The t-shirts, which are in front of you again, are a great way for the word to be told about FFA, what they're doing, who's in it, and for them to become more self-sufficient. Pop sockets are essentially a button that sticks to the back of your phone, and you just pop out the top, and while you're taking a call or anything, it doesn't fall out of your hands, or you can even use it as a stand while you're watching Lear County's FFA update videos. Sling backpacks are very conventional to pass out during exposure events, but throughout the year, whenever a chapter is going through a dead period, they can sell those to make a profit. The printing and postage is more of reminders about upcoming events, social medias, trips, banquets, and different educational trips that a student can go on. In conclusion, Lear County FFA is an outstanding chapter in Kentucky. They compete in any contest they can get their hands on while serving their community in any way they can. They use their budget and social media hand in hand to convey their different target audiences and objectives to the world. They also use these to get the word out and make a profit for themselves. Lear County truly stands by the FFA motto:
Learning to do.
doing to learn,
Earning to live.
Living to serve.
Thank you. Any questions? Alan. Yeah.
What's your question, Luke?
You guys want to do it again?
It is
no, I
full
gotta
time.
go again.
It is.